Hey everyone, we are finally ready to begin adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. Now that we've learned how to simplify fractions, or mixed numbers to improper fractions, and improper fractions to mixed numbers, I feel like you guys are ready for this next step. So, adding and subtracting fractions is probably one of the most difficult parts, one of the most difficult operations with fractions. So, due to the fact that we are learning through NTI and due to the fact that we're a little behind in the pacing of our curriculum, I am going to teach you the easiest way I feel that you guys can learn adding and subtracting fractions, and also the fastest way that you guys would be able to add and subtract fractions. I'm actually not teaching the standard algorithm. Now, if you learned how to add and subtract fractions last year and you were really good with the standard algorithm, you are more than welcome to use that. I'll probably also include a YouTube video that kind of goes over that standard algorithm in case you guys decide you would rather do that method. I'm not going to tell you this is the only method you can use. There's multiple methods. I'm just going to focus on the butterfly method the next couple of weeks. If this method does not work for you guys, let me know. And of course, I will show you other ways that you can add and subtract fractions. I just feel like this is the easiest. So, the butterfly method is adding two fractions that have a numerator and a denominator. We're not dealing with mixed numbers right now. I'll show you how to add and subtract mixed numbers later. So we need a numerator and denominator for this to work. So no whole numbers. So as you can see, I've put together a little butterfly for you just to kind of help you see these steps work. Okay, we have a problem where we are adding 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay, the butterfly method works a lot with multiplication. So the first step is to multiply opposite sides of the wings. So if you see this purple wing that goes from the bottom left to the top right, you would have to multiply those two numbers. So we're going to multiply 3 times 1, and we are going to get 3. So I'm going to put 3 up here by this right antenna of the butterfly. So since I multiplied the two numbers in my purple wing, I also have to multiply the two numbers in my blue wing, going from the top left to the bottom right. So I have to multiply 2 times 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. So I'm going to put 8 right next to that second antenna. Okay. What I'm doing with my denominators, to get my denominator, I have to multiply my two denominators together. So I multiply 3 times 4, I'm going to get 12. And I add the two numbers that I got after multiplying. So let me get that plus sign. 8 plus 3, I'm going to get 11. So the answer for 2/3 plus 1/4 is 11 over 12. No matter how you work this out, if you use the standard algorithm, if you use the butterfly method, if you use another method that you learned in elementary school, you would still get the same answer, 11 over 12. Okay? I have another example. We have 2/6 plus 1/2. Okay, if you remember, I'm going to move this plus sign up here. I'm going to move the multiplication sign right here because I have to multiply the two numbers that my purple wing include. So I have to multiply 6 times 1 together. 6 times 1 is going to be 6. So I'm going to put 6 above that, that antenna. Then I multiply the two numbers in my blue wing. 2 times 2, which is going to be 4. I'm going to put the 4 by the other antenna. I have to add 4 plus 6. It's going to give me 10. I have 10. To get my denominator, I have to multiply 6 times 2. And if I multiply 6 times 2, I'm going to get 12. So in some situations when you are adding, subtracting fractions, the answer that you get after doing the butterfly method might not be simplified. 10 over 12 is not simplified. There is a number that I can divide both 10 and 12 by. So you would want to brainstorm, what can I divide 10 and 12 by? They are both even numbers. So the easiest thing that I can divide them by is 2. So I'm going to divide them both by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6. Okay, 5/6 is going to be the simplified answer because there's nothing else that I can divide both 5 and 6 by other than 1. Okay, again, to get my denominator, I multiply denominator times denominator. So 5 times 3 is going to be 15. Denominator. To get my numerator, I have to multiply my purple wings and my blue wings. So 5 times 1 would be 5. I'm going to put that by this antenna at the tip of my purple wing. Need some extra boxes. Oops. Move these over here. Okay, so I did 5 times 1, I got 5. I'm going to do 4 times 3, that's going to give me 12. I'm going to put 12 above that second antenna. I'm adding the 12 plus the 5. 12 plus 5 is 17. So my numerator is going to be 17. So I have an answer of 17 over 15. And 7 over 15 is a simplified answer because the only thing you can divide 17 by is 17 and 1. And 15 cannot be divided by 17. So there's no common factors other than 1. There may come a time that you have to convert this improper fraction to a mixed number. So in the practice on the next day, I'm going to give you a place in the slide where you can work out that problem to change this from an improper fraction to a mixed number. You would divide the top number by the bottom number, so 17 divided by 15. 15 would go into 17 one time, and you would have 2 left over, so that would be 1 and 2/15. I'll show you that more when we get into the practice tomorrow. These examples just kind of show you the basics of using the butterfly method. So if you have questions after watching this video, let me know today, because tomorrow you're going to be practicing this.